Bro, the pizza is nowhere near the LaFerrari.
Alright, welcome to Coatconut's third episode of our Side View podcast. Today we have the W204 C63 AMG with us.
So behind us is a 6.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated Mercedes C63 AMG. So this car was produced from 2007, 2008 to about 2011, 2012. So this is one of the best selling Mercedes C-Class. In fact, they say that this is one of the best driver's car. You're looking at about 500 horsepower with 6.2 liters of engine capacity.
500 horsepower, 6.2, and it's a what?
V8 rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated, yeah. So the top range power is insane. This car is actually for sale. This is not a sponsored, it's not a sponsored thing once again. This car is for sale. One owner, maintained by CNC.
All the way.
All the way. And I think the only thing that you have to consider would be the road tax. Other than that, I think this car is just absolutely a monster.
So just for your info, the road tax increased on 10% after you renew your COE.
Yes.
So it caps at 50% lah. So a 6.3 liter will be costly, but through its introduction, of course, it will be a fun drive, and for car enthusiasts, maybe
if you're an enthusiast,
it is worth it.
If you're an enthusiast and you have about a spare 300,000 to spare, then I would say lock in on this car and don't think about it until your chief financial officer starts to complain about the cost.
So do you have a chief financial?
Yes, I do. I'm quite sure most of us here have a chief financial officer at home that will take care of our wallets and purses. Yeah, so moving straight into our podcast today, we're actually doing something a bit not really car related. We're talking about maintaining and running a detailing business today in Singapore, right?
So you got an idea from watching one of the TikTokers talking about current businesses in Singapore, and especially in our F&B industry. I think it was like 13,000 F&Bs open 2022 and 9,000 over closed. So there's only like 30% left functioning. In his video, he also mentioned that one may be dormant, the other one may be a business that's struggling but still managed to keep open. And of course, maybe the last one you see with snaking long queues and all those are what we call the F&Bs as flourishing. What do you feel? I think for detailing businesses is not that different as well. Like in these few years, we have seen a good share of detailing businesses opening, shutting down, opening, shutting down.
I think actually, as my perspective goes, I feel that obviously running a business in Singapore is not easy, including what we do as well. Even if you are doing F&B, and I feel that generally as a retail service provider or food and beverage retail service food provider, I think the challenge you face consistently will be labor, manpower, etc. Because it's long hours, it's high pressure. Sometimes the pace is too fast.
There's a
V16.
V242.
A V16 engine that just flew by the sky. Yeah.
Now that it's over, talking about businesses, you were mentioning that manpower is a problem. What else?
Long hours, manpower. I would say, if you want to stay, let's not even talk about competition. Let's talk about basically operating out of a place with really pretty sky-high rental, and also where materials and costs are all going up in the recent years. So I think we have seen quite a lot of detailing businesses opening up and closing down and stuff like that. And it's one of my observations is that in our industry, there's a V20.
Now what time? Okay, they will land by
Actually, the drink is quite
8:45.
nice. My little coconut is quite nice. So, okay. So, I think the reason why automotive detailing business in Singapore face a lot of competition is also because in the industry, we are one of the lowest barrier of entry. So essentially, like anyone can do a car wash, right? You have petrol stations that are doing car wash, etc. So I would say that you don't have every customer that is looking for something that is more thorough. Some people would just be happy with a casual, quick wash at a place that does not really care if the work is thorough or not, and stuff like that. So, of course, and it's also a challenging business because end of the day, when you say it's detailing, people actually expect there is a certain level of standard to the cleaning and the outcome, which is fair, especially if you are paying a premium. So I think in the last 1 to 2 years, detailing in a way has become quite hot in Singapore, and people are just we have seen a lot of new entrants in the market. We have seen a lot of exits in the market as well. What do you think of this whole thing generally as a whole? Because coating and detailing did not used to be such a thing at all.
Right. So today we are talking about detailing businesses as a whole lah. So again, detailing consists of even down to a simple car wash, polishing, even fumigation or like steaming of the seats, removing stains, wrapping the car. So detailing encompasses we call it everything lah. And if you are talking about low barriers of entry, I do agree. If you just want to open like a car wash shop or what, I mean, you yourself as a self-employed or business owner, if you're willing to get your hands down and dirty, you can actually reduce your running costs. The rental is not expensive, and in fact, to cover running costs for like car wash, that itself is not difficult. To me, after running Coatconut for we've had a good 6-7 years. Coatconut has been around for 6-7 years. The main challenge was actually building it from just a simple coating shop that we do our like 1 car daily, 2 car daily, and right now we have a full-fledged of services down to solar firm, down to wrapping. And you also mentioned that there were a lot of players that come into the market and exit the market. So I want to talk about this very vicious cycle. When new players come in the market, when it is of a low barrier of entry, then they come in, not expecting like how difficult it would be. For them to get new customers, they would throw the price. But it's a vicious cycle because once they throw the price, then yes, they would actually get, an influx of customers. And when these customers come, because they have thrown the price and it's cheaper, they're not able to sustain their running costs. They're not able to make the profit. So it's just a matter of time when they burn out, or rather when the resources go down. So we keep experiencing this kind of entry, then they cannot make it, they exit. So I think the competition is definitely very high. For these 6-7 years, I mean, you are with me majority of the time, we face so much difficulty to fight with this kind of market flow. What do you call it? Like direction? Market forces. Yeah, stuff that we cannot avoid because it's like happening all over and over again. And until now, I do see new shops opening at a slower pace. Because like, if someone were to ask me, say, hey, okay, you're the owner of Coatconut, would you recommend me to open a detailing shop? What would you say?
So my general consensus is, if anyone asks me today or tell me that they want to start a business, my outright direction and my firm advice is, for the first time in my life, I would say, do not start your own business. Okay, the reason being is,
do not start own business.
Do not start your own business. And also, I think detailing is, it may be wrong for me to say this, detailing in my opinion is one of the toughest toughest automotive sector to attack on, I think. Yeah, so as I mentioned, low barrier of entry, you are facing a labor crunch every single day. It's actually difficult to hire Singaporeans who wants to be detailers because detailers don't get paid a lot, firstly. Yeah, you probably get paid a decent median pay. You don't get paid a lot. Secondly, this is long hours, it's tough labor. We have had colleagues that has lost weight along the way and stuff like that. So this is fast paced. This is high pressure. This is long hours. You are looking at a retail setting per se, with a lot of sweat, with a lot of sweat equity and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I think it's up to the business owners to maintain and to try to program the activities, the work activities, the scheduling as efficient as possible, which is what we try to do here as well. And at the same time, you still have to manage customers' expectations. You still have to ensure that the work goes out at a certain quality, at a consistent pace over the years. And also the products that you use, it has to be some brand or something that is firstly prestigious or reputable at least. Secondly, you at least have to ensure that the product is usable, is of usable quality. So there is just 100 other considerations in starting your own business and starting ultimately a detailing business. Of course, I know that a lot of our listeners here, some of you are audiences, some of you are actually very, very interested and highly enthusiastic about the automotive industry in Singapore. And we always get customers. We always get customers coming in and asking us like, "Oh, you guys are doing very well. I think we are always packed and stuff." I mean, we are packed per se. Are we doing really that well? I think there's this perception that
there's a bit of a mismatch lah.
Yeah, so the thing like they're making like millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
We don't make millions and millions of dollars. Detailing itself here. It's not gonna earn me or Acer or Ferrari or Lambo in the long term.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
we would be comfortable. But the harsh truth and harsh reality is that we will not be able to make enough even in this lifetime to actually buy a supercar, I think. Yeah, so there's a lot of misconception about how well this industry is paying, how much your business could potentially profit. And it's only like we are like in the 6-7 year now, and we are pretty much, I would say, consistent. We have been consistent. We have been productive, which is why we are looking to venture into different parts of what we have now. Maybe some vertical expansions, such as a refinishing facility, or even just doing residential and commercial window film, which we are the local distributors of a certain brand, right? So I think as a business owner, we don't really get delved in on the ops a lot. We try to get hands-on as well, because if you get too hands-on, I think there's a lot of opportunity cost where your planning and your execution goes off.
But again, being hands-on is a very, very essential part of at the beginning when you started off. Like personally, why I say it's tough is the amount of sweat you yourself have to put in, because it's impossible that at the start you have that capabilities to have so many manpower, because the truth is starting a new detailing shop, no matter how strong your marketing is, right? I may be wrong, but I really don't believe that there will be suddenly many customers coming in. Sales will not be strong enough for you to have like a few manpower. So to even stay afloat for the initial period of time, right, you do have to do it yourself. And I mean, we did it ourselves right from the bottom, washing the cars for the first 3 years, 4 years. And there are many instances whereby the people that your polisher, let's say, or your head detailer, he OT the previous night. The customer's car come in and you have a very packed schedule. You actually are the first one to come in, wash the car, prepare the car, so that when the guy comes in a bit later, when your guy comes in a bit later, then he can start work immediately, just to keep up with the standards and the operational responsibilities lah.
So the side truth is that Acer family can actually detail cars. Yeah, we could actually get hands on lah. Yeah, we could. If you ask us, or could you do coating, polishing, cleaning, steam cleaning, and everything, and all the extraction and stuff? Yeah, we know how to do it. We can actually do it. It's just that we would prefer to train detailers how to do it.
Yeah.
And then guide them in a certain way.
And in fact, like when I wanted to start wrap, the first thing I did was ordered 2 rows, 3 rows, did it on my own car, watch YouTube specimen, so that, you know, at least, I mean, personally, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like in every aspect of business, now we have a solar firm, we have wrapping and all. You yourself as an owner have to, no need to be a master, but at least understand the product, know how the product works, and minimally maybe know how to apply the easier areas, something like that, so you can actually understand the workers' plight. So another difficulty, it is the turnover for a detailing business in terms of like employment is very, very high. So you can like get one person in, train 3 months later, say, oh, I want to leave already, that kind of thing. But I'm quite glad to say, like, for us, a bit shameless lah, but maybe how we treat our staff, our turnover, I don't see.
It's pretty healthy lah.
Yeah, it's healthy. We don't see people leaving and stuff like that. But I think it comes down to how we understand and how we okay, a bit shameless lah. But am I wrong to say lead by example on the hands-on portion, or understanding their plight? Why this one cannot be done? Why that one cannot be done? Because I feel very irritated if let's say I'm a guy that specializes in something, then one person that doesn't know much I say, hey, why this one you never do like that? Why that one never do like that? Then I take, no, then you so clever, you do lah. But when we do that, because we understand, it doesn't like kind of tick them off lah, in a sense lah.
I think Acer, what Acer has stated is that, of course, in the early years, passion is definitely the fundamental belief lah. I think passion is the fundamental driving force. But now at this stage, I think passion is the force that starts off. I think you have to be obsessed. I think you have to be very, very obsessed with how you want to run your business. I have on multiple occasions spoke to other detailing owners. Even the oldest businesses, they face this fatigue over the years. So, and some of the effects of the business takes a toll on their health. So, I mean, and of course, everyone, and we pick our own lifestyle. We pick our own lifestyle. We pick how we want to live our life. We pick how hard we push ourselves. And this is where I think it makes the difference. I think I remember very clearly in the early days, which I think you have experienced as well. We finished the work for the day, which is probably overtime as well. We always let the staff go home first, and then what we do is we just hand over the cars to the customers personally ourselves, and then after everything is done and dusted, we get back home. We have to review the sales for the day. You have
do the accounts for the month, for the week,
and then you have to prepare the social media posts because you don't have a marketing team. You have to literally do everything yourself. And then I remember for a period of time when I got home, I did a few more things on my computer and I just knocked out flat in bed. And then next morning you wake up, it's just rinse and repeat. So I would say showing up is also very important. I would say that showing up is a very, very important part of this whole sequence. And then obsession is the most important thing. You have to be so obsessed that you are so determined. You don't have to force yourself to get out of bed. You really just will get out of bed because you're so obsessed on doing this whole thing.
So basically what you mean is, even right now at this, because competition is so high, hard work is not enough. We need to be obsessed, which to a certain degree I understand as well. So, I mean, Coatconut has been around for this period. Even, I would say like at the start, because I was here first. So I would say passionate, but like what you said, there will reach a limit whereby like you would have burnt out fatigue. No matter how obsessed I am or how passionate I am, right? At the end of the day, you still need help. I don't think like this is a kind of business that unless it's small scale, we can do it as a solo man. Like right now, without one of our head detailers or whatever, I don't think it will be a big hit lah. So
I'm not sure. So the audience are not aware of the history of how Coatconut came about and until how we have built it today lah. So maybe, so I just start off. So Coatconut started in 2017 because Asaph had very close passion on detailing, where I wasn't in the picture yet. Yeah.
It was a simple case whereby I had a friend, a mobile detailer, that say like, hey, open a shop lah. Then I was thinking, okay, I not say I'm very old now, but previously I was younger, so I thought like, if I want to try to do a business, then it's the time lah. Like just try like, if fail, at least we have time to restart. Not when you're like a family.
Also because I mean just to cut in there, Asaph has saved a bit of money lah. So he has saved a bit of his income as his main income as a
because we are young.
Car sales, right?
Yeah. Then I started off with car sales. Then I didn't have to pay my own house. Then I didn't have much expenses also. I didn't have a family that I have to feed. And I don't really gamble or drink or go out. So like there's no.
So he's the A+ man for the ladies out there. He's the A++++++.
Hey, why is it my birthday?
Yeah.
Today.
So he's
today
the
my birthday
A+++++.
Today my birthday lah. Yeah, so I thought it was a good time. But even then we had this is for anyone that's interested to open a detailing business right now. I mean my take is I would say no. Definitely no. If you want to try something else. But I'm not saying like no as per like, hey, you don't come and give us competition. I mean it from the bottom of my heart because at the start we had 3-4 dealers that we have their support. Means they are actually constantly sending cars. I mean, how difficult it is I'm lucky enough that I have these 3-4 dealers. And in fact, it is these 3-4 dealers that was able to give the foundation of the length that is possible for us to slowly curate and get new customers.
So I would just want to shout out the dealers lah. So one of them is definitely Carl.
Yeah, and that time it was the Wheelers Auto as well.
So the Wheelers Auto, Carl.
Yeah. Cars and Stars. And for a brief period, my previous company was Ace Drive.
Ace Drive as well.
Yeah. So these were the few companies that actually gave us
the cushion.
Cars. Yes, and we had very nice neighbors at Bartley Bees Center as well. Some car workshops here and there whereby they give us their customers. They try to help because they see, one young guy coming in early every day trying to make it. And we okay, personally why I started, right? Because I sent my own car to a coating shop. Then they tell me, say what, 3 layers, 5 layers, 5 years warranty, that kind of thing. Then I realized, then they charge packages.
Then you realize it's a steaming pile of bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially, it was
so
gimmicky.
Okay, so you don't want to hear, let's not mention that shop's name, but basically you realize it's a scam.
Anyway, that shop is not
here
anymore. That is how passionate I feel about this topic because they charge you 1,000 plus, then they tell you say stuff like 3 years you come back, it is free. But because they have already pocketed that 1,000 plus, you are controlled by them. It doesn't matter next year, they tell you say, oh yeah, full. Either that or you come ready, they anyhow do one round, you are stuck already because you have paid already. Yeah, so that is something that I have never charged a single customer on detailing packages. If it's any packages, right, it's a form of car wash package whereby like you come, $18, 10 times, we give you one free, something like that.
So we held true to this belief till today. I mean, our coating services We don't make customers pay upfront for their maintenance
not,
service, right?
I would proudly say up till now, and I mean, you being my partner, you believe in the same thing as well. Up till now, not a single customer for coating, we actually hold you on then and like charge you lump sum, then you see next time come free. I always believe in we try our best to do it, so you only pay when you do it. So we have different packages, starts from like 400 plus, but essentially the whole system is whereby you do this 400 plus, you like our service, you like what we can, and you have like a year to see what is it like, how our coating stays. You continue to like us, then you come back. And when you come back, right, we only charge like what, 200 plus. So essentially, if you talk about a 3-year, 4-year package, it doesn't even hit 1,000.
Yeah, so you have places nowadays. I mean, I'm not slamming everyone, but I think as business owners, we all have a baseline. So I think if we operate out of integrity and honesty,
it gives you the longevity lah.
Yeah, it gives you. I think that's a long game lah. If you're looking for a quick buck, where you which we have seen some of the bad apples
It's
in the
possible.
industry,
You are able to get a quick buck, but then the shop that I experienced, they are not here already.
Yeah. So I think previously there was this car wash shop at I don't want to say where lah, but it's just somewhere in the west. What they have done is they have said that you have a car wash package at $30 a month. So basically they say you can, for that 1 month, you can come in unlimited times. I think it's something along those lines. You can come in unlimited times. Then basically it's like you pay $30. Oh no, you pay $360.
Yeah.
So it's $1 a car wash a day.
Yeah.
So then you literally, the T&C is that you can go in every single day, no problem. But you pay $365. Yeah. Then I mean I'm very upset lah. But basically what that particular place has done, or what the business owner has done, is that after collecting the monies for about 2 months or 3 months in, because it's a good deal, right? Everyone's like, yeah, it's a good deal. You know, like $1 a day. I mean, I won't shop there every day lah, but I probably go there twice a week lah, right? So and then and I'm quite sure the wash is also not the thorough kind lah, but I mean it's $1, right?
I mean we don't know lah.
Yeah, who's gonna complain? It's $1 a day. So then what happened was that the business owner collected like 2 months of everyone's money, and they just shut the place down lah. So I'm actually particularly upset about this whole thing lah. I kind of know the person, but I'm just. I mean, I have nothing to say. I don't have anything good to say about this. So I don't want to talk about it.
The main point is about integrity lah, and if there's anything that as a detailing owner for 6-7 years, I think the biggest takeaway is in sincerity, and I can proudly say like I have never made a sale for the sake of making a sale. Like if there's a customer coming in and they want to pay the $1,000 over package, but the car's condition is very good. Yeah. And if he insists, then of course we would do above and beyond to time even more layers, do something beyond, because the fact is we don't have to spend as much time paint correcting the car. So every single customer that comes in over the years, this is how I treat them. And because of this spirit that we have successfully instilled in us and the whole team, I'm also quite proud to say that maybe we are one of the companies of detailing that is more loud. Okay, not loud. A bit longer lah. We like get a lot.
We get a lot of feedback from our friends like, wow, bro, you're famous already. You know, your TikTok, your YouTube. Then I'm like, actually no lah. We do it actually to gain awareness of. I think firstly, if I don't answer this honestly, I think it's a steaming pot of bullshit once again lah. So I think obviously it's to gain awareness of our brand, and I think also ultimately I realized that there are a lot of young people that are very, very highly interested in the automotive industry. So I thought, if we did a podcast, if we did a vlog, you know, we can show them what we're actually doing. So on a very general basis, I always tell the marketing team, the media team, let's do something more casual. Let's not have something too planned out. You know, let's do something and show them actually this is the day to day. It's actually quite shack now. Yeah, and
It is
yeah, it is quite shag, you know, and
is,
yeah, I can literally tell you that I just, before this podcast started, I literally just handed over a Toyota Alphard because the customer did a coating with us. Yeah, so I literally just handed the car over outside. I think Dan and TQ saw it. I was just outside handing over the car. Then about 20 minutes later, our podcast started. So it's like what, almost 9 p.m. now. We are here.
And
we are
even
talking, yeah,
after 6-7 years,
Yeah.
your day has not ended yet. Even after this, when we go back, there are stuff like accounts to balance, paperwork to settle, even okay, we are the exclusive distributor of Rhine Pro. It is patented in US. The technology is from US, so we do have to do a remittance when we buy the stock over. That itself has been bugging us for the last 2 days, even thinking about which remittance company to use
yeah.
to even save that exchange rate or what, because it is just simply too expensive and too difficult to reduce running costs, especially right now when everything is so transparent. We have China coming in with this product, that product. Is no longer like last time whereby you have a business for a period of time. Hey, wow, you hit the 4-5 year mark. Hey, okay, already, that kind. No longer lah. When you have like so many different factors, like we were mentioning about new players coming in and going out, and this cycle just push prices down.
It's just a hardcore vicious cycle.
Yep.
If your company is beyond the 5th year, generally it's still categorized as a startup. So the statistics for startup is that only 1 in 10 startups actually survived and become a running business. I wouldn't even say thriving, I would say running. So to compete at the highest levels, I think there's a lot of things that you have to actually do right every single day.
And on a very honest note, you were mentioning about running and thriving, right? I wouldn't even think we are close to a thriving business right now.
We're not
close.
We are not listed on the Nasdaq, that's for sure. We're not listed on the Nasdaq with a 2 billion market capital.
Yeah.
So it's just there's a lot of misconception on the whole thing.
Exactly.
I always tell my customers, they will be like, wow, I heard that you're doing very well now, you should be making quite a lot. I say, no, actually,
we are just running.
On the contrary, like I would say, like, okay, you probably
to a certain extent.
You probably will be comfortable. You will probably be comfortable as a business owner, but like I mentioned earlier with ASAP, I said we will never buy a supercar in this lifetime just doing detailing alone.
Yep.
Unless we have 20 outlets across Southeast Asia, then there's a good chance that this could work out very well for us.
But again, with 20 outlets, it's a good chance everything will crumble as well.
Yeah.
Because it's just high risk, high reward.
So would you want to be running at such a scale across multiple countries? I think that's something to really think about. And also, the whole idea is that we may just feel very comfortable running at this pace, where everyone's happy. Work is pretty much not that packed. We try our best to schedule as much. We will probably just scale up a little bit more. I'm not sure. I mean, for now, we're taking it as day by day it goes by.
Yep.
And of course, like I said, you have to be very obsessed with this whole thing. If you are just there because you kind of like cars, I think liking cars alone is not enough. You have to
I really agree with that, actually.
Yeah, I think liking is really not enough.
Yeah.
I think it's not enough.
Like maybe 10 years ago, passion is enough, or your sheer determination and hard work to a certain extent may be enough. But being through all those, been there, done that, and knowing even rental now is crazy. Everyone's pay now is crazy. As business owners, you can't just easily say like, hey, I feel like upping my pay now. And then at the end of the day, when it's not making money, you just have to put back your pay. So that being said, I do really, really believe that obsession, it sounds like a negative term, obsess, but then it's essential. Passion and hard work really isn't enough anymore.
I think, okay, so also wanted to mention that you have to consistently worry about a lot of things. So it's really not the healthiest thing to do as a career. So I remember there was this one fine day, it wasn't one fine day, these few days I went to KL for a training on the product that we are using. So the few days I was in KL, then I think Asaf wasn't around also for some reason, right? So I was over the weekend, and then the morning, Monday, I remember it was just nice on a Monday, then I came back to work with everyone, right? So I came back to work, I came in, then I realized like half the team is not around. So I actually asked what the fuck is going on. I was asking them what the fuck is going on. And then that's when I realized over the weekend, a series of unfortunate events happened. So the unfortunate events was, so I'm not going to mention who is who, but so basically one of them, one of our colleagues went to play badminton. Then he got smashed, the shuttlecock
I know.
in his eyeball. So his eye couldn't open for like the last 2 days, and he's now in the hospital, and he has to be referred to a specialist, and he's out for like 2 weeks. So that's like one. Then the other, we had another colleague that for some reason his car skidded, and it ended up total loss. The car ended up with a total loss. Right, that's the second one.
It's very fortunate that he's okay.
Yeah, so he was okay, he wasn't injured. The car was total loss, so he was very devastated, he was very upset. Okay, then another one was that, then we had another colleague that his bank account got scammed about $10,000 out of the bank account. So okay, then you probably ask like, oh, you know, like these are like essentially personal issues, it's not work related. But then again, as business owners, everything is your fault. Everything is your fault, literally everything is your fault.
I wouldn't say it's your fault, rather like everything's your responsibility.
Yeah, it's like a responsibility, like you have to worry about that, worry about this, and then like when this happens, then you have to think if the particular person's morale is okay. And losing $10,000 is not easy. And it couldn't be recovered, by the way. So,
and total loss of your car, the car like his wife. Like
yeah, exactly. So it was really just, I remember coming in on Monday and half the team was not around. I was shocked, and I found out about all these things, and I was pretty affected. And then at the same time, I still had to call them each individually and advise them on what you could potentially do as the next course of action. So
and at the same time, the customers are waiting for their cars.
Yes.
We still have to meet with,
and your car still have to meet the deadline. You still have to meet the time
and half of our team is not around.
Yeah. So you probably have to call a few customers and say, I'm sorry, I'm really facing a shortage of manpower. Of course, the understanding customers, they are here to support you. They will say, okay, take your time and stuff like that. Then
I'm very happy to say, like, so far, we have very, very nice and understanding customers. But this is something that as a business is also a two-way street. Yeah, if you are nasty to them or rather don't get to their frequency, then there's no chemistry. Nothing much can be done as well. So I'm glad we have a good, always have good customers.
So we, as a service provider, I always tell my customers that we are end of the day essentially a service provider for you. So and of course it's fair that a certain service standard is expected from us. Yeah, so we cannot always hit the 10 out of 10 score. I feel that if we can consistently hit 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, there's always and it is inevitable as well. You will always have that 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 miss shots. So does that mean that you should stop shooting? I think no. I think no. I think this is something that as a business owner, you really have to consider seriously.
Steph Curry misses shots.
Yeah. So if you like to hear we are not established entrepreneurs or anything. We would be happy to share with any young people or any persons that you really have a deep passion in starting a detailing business. We'll be happy to share with you. Pop by, say hi to us, talk to us. I'll be happy to give you more insights. And of course, I wish everyone the best. The market size is big. We once in a while we get competitors who say things that are not very nice about us here and there. But I think overall, in the overall sense, my whole base idea here and there is that, of course, as a business, we want to stay competitive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also believe with my heart that the market is big enough for us to share in. If you are good enough, you will always stay afloat the market. So that's just my opinion. That's also my opinion. And that's what I think.
Yeah, I also don't mind sharing, like, I wouldn't say what has to be done to have a successful detailing business, but then I can share what we had that we are here now. Or rather, when we are here now, like I mentioned, from the outside looks like a thriving business. I got customers coming to me to say like, hey bro, you need to sum your tax or not. Then I was like, bro, my NOA, my income tax, I don't even have to pay a lot, sum what tax. You know, that kind of thing.
So basically Asa received a message that one of his friends asked if he needed some
customer, not even a friend.
The customer asked if he needed some tax efficiency
services.
Yeah, so it was really like, we thought like, we don't want to ridicule the whole industry.
Yeah, so from the outside, it does seem like that, but like I really mentioned, we can really share with you guys that we are not thriving, but definitely only after 6-7 years, we can nicely say that it is a running business. It is something that, but I don't even think it's comfortable because of the sheer amount of things that we still have to do day by day. But it took 7 years lah. And from the outside it looks nice, but from the inside, after knowing like what we have to spend on marketing costs, rental, manpower, then one dustbin spoil, we ourselves also need to go and buy. Then we see also cannot buy expensive one. Which one is usable? Which one is not? We should spend more on Taobao order.
I just bought a printer for the office.
Like, you also don't know what
like
printer
I was
to buy.
Lazada online, then I just bought like the printer. Because you literally have to do everything yourself.
Correct.
So it's, I think you get the flexibility a lot, you get the freedom a lot as a business owner. But at the same time, it comes with a lot of worry, stress, and I would say discipline. You have to be very disciplined. Yeah, you have to stay the course. You have to still, it's very tiring, it's super tiring. I can tell you that I'll probably have to text 20 other people after we end this podcast and stuff like that. So it's just a consistent battle.
And it's even a team effort. Like you have to text your 20 people. Maybe I'm not as hardworking as you, but I have to text my 10 people as well, that kind of thing, So if collectively put, if you're a one-man show, unless you have a team or a very strong foundation or base or a wide customer base and stuff like that, I mentioned we will be able to share with you guys like what we started from with what we have. We are not here to say like don't open. We are just trying to say it is tough, but do talk to us, ask us. Then from what we share, make the judgment yourself, because who knows, maybe somebody else has a winning formula or a secret formula that can actually work. Like why not? Like if you talk about Facebook or what at the start, I don't know the details but from what I heard, like everyone reject. Then now become yeah. Then what else? Apple also it started from what can buy $20 share or something like that. Then it never buy. Then look at Apple now. So there will be hopefully some of you guys are looking to start with secret formulas, or like everyone tell you no, but hey, you have that obsession, you have that passion, and you still can make it. I'm not saying like we can't, but yeah, we can share whatever, then make the judgment yourself.
So to quote the famous Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs, is that you should still stay hungry and stay foolish. Yeah.
Stay hungry and stay foolish.
Yeah, I guess being young, still being hungry and foolish is, I would say it's a gift. I would say it's a gift. Yeah, I would say it's a gift. So then you dive into something that you realize that, shit, this is actually tougher than what I think. Then whether you stay the course or not, and whether you ride through the whole storm, I think that's something that's really the end result. Yeah, so we are happy at where we're at, but we're not satisfied. I mean, at least for me, I'm not satisfied. I don't think we are done here. I don't think we are stopping anywhere anytime soon. We are going every day the hardest that we can still, and every single day. So that is
obsession lah.
Yeah, that's obsession. Yeah. On some days I sleep for 2-3 hours and I wake up and I still come to work. So I think this is how it should be lah. If you really want to if you really want to work.
I'm not asking you guys to sleep 2-3 hours and
this is really not for everyone. So it's really the truth
work.
is this is really not for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not for everyone. So if you are happy in a 9 to 5, which we take reference from the TikTok video, if you're happy in a 9 to 5, it's paying you a decent amount, you're comfortable, life is happy. At the end of the day is you have to be happy. Yeah, you have to be happy. So am I happy doing all these things? I am happy. I think it's my balance.
Been through all this, right? Of course, we are at a position whereby the toughest hopefully has passed. But then now I can say that. But then actually, if you ask me, would I have been happier or easier if I stayed? And
If
like
you did not do this,
if I did not leave car sales or what, maybe by now have my own team and stuff like that, get like overriding from a sizable team, would I be happier? I can't say that it's impossible that I'm not happy, you know, if I stayed there. Yeah, I can say that now only because you have been through shit already lah.
Understand.
Yeah, like you get what I mean lah.
Okay, so that wraps up this segment and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so now we are moving on to this segment where we are supposed to rank them.
Okay, so it's a game, right? So this is my game
I'm not sure
phase.
it's a game lah, but
no,
yeah,
let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
No, because they didn't want to tell us what is it, but they said it's like a debate and we need to change it out. So it's a game.
So
this is a game phase.
Let's get on with it. Yeah, let's get on with it. Yeah. So what's first?
Okay. LaFerrari, Mclaren P1, Porsche 918. Rank them.
918, LaFerrari. Okay, just to confirm, Mclaren P1 is the
McLaren P1 GTR.
Is the what 100 units? That one is
around there. I think the LaF is also around.
Is the older one lah, that McLaren? Just to
the McLaren
confirm.
P1 GTR, the full carbon one. That looks like a race car.
Looks like
it looks like an F1.
GT.
It looks like an F1 track car.
Is the F1 one there? Or is it the?
It looks like F1.
Or is it the one that?
I think they're gonna show us.
If we win, if Hamilton won the drivers.
This one. So the 918 is the Carrera GT, is it?
Okay.
The Porsche 918. Oh my god, this is a tough one. Holy sh. Okay.
Okay, you start your number.
So I have to rank
first.
I have to rank them first. I have to rank according to which one I will want first. This is a tough choice.
Okay, what's your last choice?
I mean, okay, I definitely would want these 3 cars.
Who don't want these 3 cars? I also want these 3 cars.
I mean, wow.
Okay, we start easy. What's your last choice?
Okay, I think in this, if it's between these 3 options, I'm very sorry, but the Carrera GT, if I'm not wrong, it's a V10. The V10 Carrera GT is my last option.
Okay, same.
If it's these 3 options, I think the V10 it is still one of the it's still one of the cars on the list. It's still one of the cars on the list to own.
Yep.
So just to be clear, it's just that between these 3 cars is really a tough choice.
Let me explain to you why I think the 918, in my opinion, is the last. Nothing to do with Porsche or anything. Neither is it has to do with its driving capabilities or what. It's just a crazy track car. But
it's a V10.
Okay, let's put engine specification all those aside.
It's a V10 NA.
You don't think, I'm sorry for Porsche fans out there, right? But you don't think like a 300k Cayman and a 1.1 million GT3 RS looks almost the same?
Actually, it looks the same, but to be honest, I think the 911 is really a different breed. It's a different breed. It's a different breed. It's a different monster.
Car enthusiasts, don't get me wrong, but then
also I think the latest Cayman, I have to defend this. The latest Cayman GT4 RS
looks different.
It's a monster.
No.
You should see the car reviews online.
I'm talking about pure statistics.
No. The GT4 RS.
Aesthetics, pure aesthetics.
Okay. I think this is very insulting. No. I have to defend the Team Porsche people. Okay. Hashtag Team Porsche.
No, if you have
Hashtag Team Porsche in the comment section.
You have people buying
No,
a 1.2 million
No,
911 GT3.
It's only because it's between these three options.
But only
Then the
people,
Carrera GT comes last.
No, but only people that
If it's the 911 and the Cayman is different. It is not the same. It is different.
look the same.
No, it is different.
Look the same.
It is different. Full stop. Okay. So yeah. So if it's between these three options, I think I'm very, very upset that the Carrera GT is the last option. Yeah. So I will rank it the same as you. So now we go back to the next two cars.
Okay, since you pick your last option first, I'll pick my first option first. I picked the LaFerrari first as my favorite.
It's a V8
Okay lah, V8. Come, let's continue.
Suddenly go down.
Siala.
Go down. Okay, anyway, it's the last already. It's a V8. If V10 can be last, right, V8 will be fourth out of three choices. Okay, don't emo already. People make mistakes. Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Porsche fans.
Clearly,
I defended the wrong motion.
Clearly, he's very upset because he say V10, but it's a
Okay,
V8.
the V8. I mean, the Carrera GT is. I think. Is it a Carrera GT? No, it's a Carrera GT, right?
You want to further disappoint the
Yeah,
Porsche
it's a Carrera
fans?
GT. So okay. So the Carrera GT, unfortunately, is the last on my list among these three cars. So the first, you are ranking the LaF first.
First.
Okay, so LaF is a short form for LaFerrari lah, basically lah.
Yep.
So ranking the LaF first. Okay, tell me why you rank the LaF
Okay.
first.
The difficult to explain this, but then if you are talking about performance or like comfort and performance, I mean I've never driven the P1 before, so I only can imagine. But why I rank the LaFerrari first is just
You have driven the
out
LaF before?
I have, but it's out of respect for this brand. Like no matter what, if you are talking about F1, if you are talking about the history of
You have
of
driven the
cars,
LaFerrari before.
Yes.
When?
Okay.
When? What the fuck? When? When?
Topic for another day. But anyway, LaFerrari still the top due to the company's history. If you're talking about like supercar makers, I'm very sure majority of the people, the first one is always the Ferraris, the Lambos and stuff like that. And I don't know, the decorated history of a Ferrari and especially the meaning behind LaFerrari, how they made this, the story behind, regardless of the drive, it will just be something that is more, lack of a better word, meaningful.
I think the
would say.
LaFerrari is also left-hand drive, right? So you can't really drive it in Singapore per se, right?
I am not sure, you know.
I think
because
mostly it's left-hand drive, right? If I'm not wrong.
Why you want to make them edit so much things? Later we say wrong things again.
I'm not sure. I think it's left-hand drive, right? I think so. That's why we don't have any units in Singapore. I mean, we have, but it's not on the roads, right? I'm quite sure we have billionaires that has stashed the LaFerrari somewhere.
You know what? Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I didn't drive the LaFerrari.
What do you drive?
I drive the Pista.
Bro, the Pista is nowhere near the LaFerrari. If we have to rank these cars among all the supercars, right? These three cars, which is the LaFerrari, the Mclaren P1 GTR, and the Porsche 918 Carrera GT, right? These three cars are literally in the god level. They are like literally the god level cars, right? That
Actually, I'll put the Huracan GTO there also.
STO.
STO.
No,
STO, not GT.
But then again, like because these three cars have a certain age now, so there is a certain heritage to it. Like if you are a multi-millionaire or someone that's like you are wealthy enough to buy these cars and you actually have these three cars in your garage, I would sincerely say that I have met respect as an enthusiast because I think these three cars are these three cars.
Enthusiasts, I have met respect for their depth of their pockets.
So okay. But then since Asaf has picked the LaFerrari, I don't want to spoil it, but I will say that I will say that the LaFerrari and the McLaren P1 GTR, I want to try and rank them as the same for myself lah. Even though I want to tie them up at the second position. Yeah, because firstly, these two cars are very, very exclusive. I think there's only X amount of units in the world, given that some has been crashed and stuff like that.
But again, our ranking also not very accurate because like we cannot even, we also never drive in all these cars and say like, wow, I like this.
But then
one
again,
more.
the McLaren GTR is like what, 5.5 million USD, and then it's full carbon, and it's just a mad crazy car. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's road legal in Singapore lah. But I know that the McLaren P1 GTRs are on the road overseas.
Okay.
So I would want to go with the McLaren P1 GTR a lot. But then again, I like what you say, I have very, very deep respect for the heritage of Ferrari.
Right.
So
like,
yeah, and I've seen like celebrities, like when I see them buy the LUF and they take a photo with the LUF, to me it's like the dream.
It's a bit
come true,
different.
the dream of the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Ferrari is still a Ferrari at the end of the day.
So I think, yeah. So what's next?
Okay, so
what's next on the list?
Not much debate for the first one, kind of in line.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, okay. So
1, LaFerrari, 2, McLaren P1, and 3, the 918.
So for me, is the third position is the 918. Okay. Then at second position will be the LaFerrari and the McLaren P1 GTR.
No first position.
No first
so
position.
So you're the type of person
So
that likes 2 wives.
Yes.
So you got a 小三 at third, then you got 2 wives.
I wouldn't want to describe it this way, but yes.
But it's something like that lah. See, my clear cut, one wife, LaFerrari.
Okay, so what's next?
Mercedes, BMW, Audi.
Wow, this one, I think I can talk for 2 hours. But they give us 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll start first. I'll go first. I think I have to rank Audi as my third choice.
Stop copying me. Okay,
I have to rank Audi as my third choice lah. Then I think this is where I differ from you. I will choose BMW as my first option.
Oh, you know, Merc is my first option already.
Mercedes as my second option. Okay, so let me state why BMW first. Okay, because I'm a very driver's person. So I would want my car to have the utmost the best driver experience. So I think among these 3 makes, BMW makes the best driving experience for drivers. Okay, maybe for the passenger it's pretty shitty lah. Okay, but I think for drivers, I think without a doubt it's BMW.
No, I don't think for passenger it's shitty for BMW. It's the people driving around the BMW that thinks that BMW is shit. No matter how nice that person is, I say, wow, BMW.
Also, you know, like okay, so if like, why would you like? Did I get it right that you're gonna pick Mercedes first?
Yep.
And Audi last, right? So BMW is second, right?
Yep.
That's why I'm right. So you see, so tell me why Mercedes.
Okay. I always think that Mercedes, out of these 3 German makers, has just a little bit advantage on, again, heritage and its class that they have made their cars with, and I mean I'm quite a visual person as well, so I actually, a simple thing like I love how Mercedes markets their cars, down from the interior aesthetics to even their way of like, okay lah, not in a car enthusiast perspective, like in a business perspective, right? The way they do their marketing is crazy.
But the BMW is faster than the Mercedes.
Depending on model.
So if you put, okay, let's be fair. So you put the E63 beside the M5. The M5 is gonna win what?
But I don't know.
Show them the video. Show them the video. Inside the YouTube clip, okay, just to be sure.
I don't know the exact talk of,
show them
of
how the
cars.
M5 puts the E63 to good night, okay?
But
pretty close off the line, but I think I've got him.
today we are not saying BM, Audi, and Merc which one faster. But anyway,
no,
I
but
also
we have to debate
like,
on this one. We're debating since we're on the topic of this.
But I also
I'm saying why this is why I only choose the BMW.
I also like BM a lot.
Right.
Okay, then being on that topic, right, why Audi is last? I don't think Audi has anything unique to show. Like for example, if we talk about Merc, I say I like class. Okay, I pick Merc. I think you will agree. But if you say actually you like the M performance more than the AMG's performance, you pick that drivability and everything, there is an edge. But it's not say all this driving, all this is also not good. In fact, like maybe like 10 over years ago with those like either entry levels, like the A4 1.8 turbo, all this, right? Wow, the responsiveness of the steering, all this is crazy.
That's right.
It's actually very nice cars. But then throughout the years, throughout maybe these past 10 years, BM and Merc has been like upping their game by so much, and I feel Audi is like a bit stagnant and like struggling to climb up to their level.
So to agree with Asaf, I would want to say the same thing, but I want to exclude, in case I pissed off any Audi fans, I want to exclude the RS6. I want to exclude
R8.
I want to exclude the R8, the RS6.
R8 is a legend.
The
really.
RS4 and the RS3.
Okay, let's
From
talk
this whole thing, I just want to exclude these four five cars first.
Let's talk something nice about Audi.
Okay.
Name a Merc and BM model, right, that is more impressive than the R8. Quite difficult.
Wow, this is tough.
Right? So I mean,
there's
if
a reason-
anything, Audi got their freaking R8
And so
right now.
the R8 is the one that actually was featured in the first Iron Man movie, and from there on, it is still the Iron Man
I'm
car.
not saying it's the best car. I'm not saying it's the most value for money car. But if we talk about an iconic car, I think Audi got it spot on in all aspects.
And I think,
in the R8,
honestly, as a very, very neutral-minded car enthusiast, I would say that the Audi R8 V8 that was produced in 2008, I think that's one of the best entry-level supercars to purchase even today.
Yes.
Even
and
today.
the design that they were able to come up with at that time surpassed.
And it's timeless.
Yeah, it is timeless. Correct.
I would comfortably say, even if you are driving an R8 today, a
Also
2008 R8, it is
Still
still
swag.
one of the most swag car.
And their facelift, right?
Yeah.
The shape same. They change the lights.
Yeah, then you
and
still
the
have,
interior.
all you have to do is just straight pipe the V8 lah, just saying. Yeah, because I don't think it's loud enough. You need to straight pipe that part lah.
Try this at home because LTA Susu will
Don't,
come
please
after
do not
you.
CC LT in this, but your R8, you have to straight pipe. If not, I think the sound is a bit underwhelming. Just my opinion. I think the original factory exhaust is a bit underwhelming. It's a bit loud
Okay.
hong.
So I think
So then pretty much we have a bit of we are basically we shit on Audi, then we
then
try to
bring
agree on
all
BMW and
Audi
Mercedes
up,
BMW.
yeah.
So I think that's the end of our podcast today.
So that's the conclude as in like we need to say the whole thing. So for me, Merc first, because I think AMG's class and all this is a little bit different. Then we have BM, then Audi
as well.
sadly, but yeah.
Okay, so for me it's BMW first for sure, then followed by Mercedes, and last but not least Audi.
So you are the
So these three brands are not bad brands. The Audi is not a bad brand. It's just that between these three brands we have to rank them. So this is how we rank them.
You know the stereotype with BMW owners, like how they don't signal.
We don't want peace. We want problems.
So now y'all know
We
how
want all the
difficult
problems. Give
it
us all the
is
problems.
to work with him as a business partner.
Give us all the problems. We want the
He
problems.
only want
All right.
problems. He don't want peace.
We only want the problems.
He only want the problems that come with a BMW.
Okay.
Last one, rank these three. Nasi, Lemak, chicken rice, and Laksa.
Wah.
Nasi lemak, chicken rice, and laksa. Okay, if you know me, I'm a crazy foodie lah. So for me, it's laksa last because it's difficult to get.
A good tasting laksa.
Yeah, really very difficult. You
Except
eat
for
a
katong
little bit
laksa.
more jelat.
Except for
Then,
katong laksa.
even so, there are maybe better ones out there. Or even katong laksa is your favorite.
So katong laksa is one of the best lah. I think it's definitely one of the best lah.
One of the better ones lah.
Like I mean, Gordon
I would
Ramsay
say.
came down, then he also like compete and he won somehow, right? But then again,
He came down, he cooked the
no, lah,
katong laksa and he
katong
won.
laksa is undisputed the best lah. I don't
Okay,
care where
okay.
you're from lah. Anyway, if the foodies can hate, they can hate me lah. But katong laksa is the best. Yeah, I
Then,
grew up eating that lah. It's the best.
For nasi lemak, I would say Singapore's nasi lemak and like Malaysia's nasi lemak right, hits different. If you're talking about the Singapore one, right, then Singapore, I would like chicken rice way more lah.
Okay, I don't want to stir any internet sensation, but I think you need to retract your part about the Malaysian Nasi Lemak and Singaporean Nasi Lemak because
Why?
there's a group of foodies that will debate on this for 2 years. On whose Nasi Lemak is better.
Did I accidentally start a controversial topic?
So to be fair, I mean even as a Singaporean, I would prefer the Malaysian Nasi Lemak from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. So I think the Singaporean Nasi Lemak is a bit different because we're adding a lot of fried stuff. Right? The Malaysian Nasi Lemak is pretty clean. It's like a piece of fried chicken thigh.
Well, then loving this topic lah.
And then the sambal and the
sambal. You see his face, the sambal.
I think it's a more traditional dish in Malaysia, and I personally think it tastes better. Okay, the Singaporeans are gonna hate me lah, but I mean I want to be honest lah.
No, but still, even if you are talking about the fried, like Singapore has more fried one, right? Have you tried their like fried thigh in Malaysia? Yeah, nasi lemak, like fried chicken thigh.
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly.
thing is crazy one.
So that's why it's better. That's why it's better.
Wow.
That's one of the biggest reasons is better one.
So only if we okay lah. I mean, you all can debate all you want lah. But I mean, I also like Malaysia nasi lemak more. But okay, if that one Malaysia and chicken rice, right? Okay, then there's a fight lah. But if you're talking about local one, I mean, my favorite is Punggol nasi lemak. Very cliche, but it's good lah.
Overrated.
But I would like the chicken rice
overrated.
More, you need to say louder. Maybe cannot hear this. Overrated.
Overrated
I think you'll disappoint a lot of people.
Okay, but anyway,
which nasi lemak you think is the best in Singapore?
There's this Tanjong Pagar store. Yeah, they've been there for the longest time. I think recently the newspaper come out that the auntie and uncle is closing down soon. Yeah, because they are retiring already. So Tanjong Pagar nasi lemak is the best. In Tanjong Pagar Hawker Centre.
The beside the.
It's Tanjong Pagar Hawker Centre. Go to Tanjong Pagar Hawker Centre. I don't know, tomorrow or the day after or whatever it is. I hope it's there still. You get to taste it before the auntie uncle retires. Yeah. Punggol nasi lemak is nowhere close.
Nowhere close.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that we don't have time to go to Tanjong Pagar.
I never tried that one before.
Right.
If not, I'll fight you to the end of the earth for it.
So,
but okay, I will try the Tanjong Pagar one.
Punggol nasi lemak is also tasty.
Okay,
it's just that it's overrated to me.
To wrap up, what's your favorite chicken rice in Singapore?
Okay, the favorite chicken rice, I think I brought you there before. Is
golden mao.
It's the golden mao chicken rice.
I don't think it's golden. It's opposite golden mao, that hawker center.
It's golden mao hawker center.
Golden mao
hawker center basement. There is this chicken rice store. The plate is green color. Just remember this, okay? You have to eat the chicken rice there.
And if you like intestines, the ji zhen, damn good.
Yeah, so you have to eat that particular store at Golden Mile Hawker Center basement, right? So even if today you ask me to compete on chicken rice, nasi lemak, and laksa, sorry, laksa is really the last choice still, okay? But my first choice will be chicken rice if it's the Golden Mile chicken rice. I don't really care about other chicken rice, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, there are still good chicken rice around, but to me, that's the best. Then the second one for the nasi lemak will be the Tanjong Pagar nasi lemak, and laksa will be Katong laksa. Don't hate me, but this is the truth. Accept it.
Okay, this one cannot debate.
Yeah, no debating. This is what it is. It is what it is.
Same. First is chicken rice, nasi lemak, then laksa.
Yes. All right. So we have come to the end of our Side View podcast for tonight.
I like the rankum game.
The rankum game was quite good. So maybe we can keep this on.
But we need to like think of things right that actually can debate one.
I think we can let the producers think about that.
They see
we have to give us something close. Give us something close. Don't give us
between our team. I think Dan enjoy the most this one.
Yeah.
Over there smiling non-stop.
So I mean, you can take references from what we think are good and try the food out, or even try the cars out. I'm not sure. Before we end off, once again, I just want to express special thanks to Car Empire for loaning us this Mercedes C63 AMG.
Not sponsored.
This is not sponsored. Not sponsored. If you are keen to purchase this unit, which we don't earn anything from it once again, you can find more information on the contact details in the description box below.
Or just, come take a look if you are.
You just come by. I can get the C63 ready for you here to rev a little bit. I think. So I think that sums up our podcast for this episode.
Thanks for staying with us, and we will see you for our next episode.
See you guys.